smear prep. Right now we'll be making a simple smear prep. When you make a smear prep and you use a plate, you will need DI water, a slide, your loop, and your needle. First step is to obtain your slide. The slide has two sides. There is a frosted slide and a non-frosted slide. You always want frosted slide up, and then you can write your initials or what A or B, whichever your slide needs to be labeled. We will label our slide A. We then will obtain our loop, sterilizing it handle to tip. We next will add a drop of DI water. You will remove it using aseptic technique again, using the pinky option, taking the cap off, using your loop, dipping it into the DI water to get a loop full. You will then place that loop full on your slide to proceed with your gram stain. You will then recap it and close it. You do not flame the top of your DI water bottle. It will melt, please. We will then re-sterilize, handle to tip. Once your loop is sterilized, we are going to switch out to our needle now. Sterilizing before we start our process. When making a smear, we're only going to take one single organism off of our plate. You can see here we have a lot of little drops of organism. I'm only going to take one of those to make my smear. I will point my needle on it on an empty area to make sure it's clean. I will grab one small organism, recap the plate, pick up my slide. I will then swirl the tip of my needle very wide, spread it out nice and big. You want to make sure you're spreading the water out, the DI water, in order for it to dry quicker. Once you're done, you will take your slide, you will place it down, you will re-sterilize your needle, and place it down. Few tips on your slides. You want to put your slide when drying on top of a rack to allow for air circulations. These countertops tend to get very cold due to the air conditioning, and it will take a very long time for them to dry. The magic of television, of course, now. This is going to take a few moments to dry, so I'm going to show you how to quickly, what happens next. Once your slide is dried, you will then take your slide that we've already applied organism to. You will take it, careful watching your fingers, you will pass it through the flame 1, 2, 3 times, and that heat fixes your slide, and you are now ready for gram staining or additional testing.